Today we're going to be learning about area of circles and sectors. So the area of a circle has the formula of area equals pi times r squared, where r stands for our radius. So let's find the area of our circle. We want to use pi, which equals 3.14. So the area, which is our circle, equals pi times r squared. We know right now the diameter is 2 3/10. So that means our radius is 1 1500 if we divide 2.3 by 2. So now let's take our 1 1500 and square it. So we end up with 1 times by pi. Remember, in this case we want to use 3.14. So you want to multiply this by 3.14. So let's round this to the nearest hundredth. So our area is 4 1500 meters squared. The diagram shows a field. We want to find the cost of fertilizing the field at 50 cents per square yard. So first of all, we need to find the area. So we're going to start by finding the area of our rectangle, which is the base times height. So our base is 110 yards and our height is 46. So the area of the rectangle is 5,060 yards squared. So now if we notice, on each end of our rectangle of the field, we have a half circle. So this can make up a whole circle. So if we take both of our halves, made up with our circle, and we know that this is 46 yards. So we know the diameter of our circle is 46. So that means the radius then is half. So the radius would be 23 yards. So we want to find the area of our circle. So area equals pi times the radius squared. Radius is 23. So if we find 23 squared, it's 529. Multiply that by pi. The area of our circle is 1,661 9/10 yards squared. So to find the area of the whole field, then we need to add these two together. So 5,060 plus 1,661 9/10 equals 6,721 9/10 yards squared. So to find out how much it costs, for every square yard it costs 50 cents. So we can take how much our area is and multiply it by 50 cents. And we find out that it will cost us 3,360 95 cents to fertilize that field. The figure below represents the overhead view of a deck surrounding a hot tub. What is the area of around the deck? So we want to find the area of our deck. So first we notice we have two circles. So let's find the whole area of the whole figure. So the deck plus the circle, or the hot tub. So it's pi times r squared. So now we have to find the radius of that. So what we know is this is 2.4, so this is also 2.4, and we know the diameter of this inner circle is 5.2. So to find the whole diameter, you can do 2.4 plus 2.4 plus 5.2. So now our diameter is 10 meters, so that means the radius then is 5 meters. Could have also looked at, well, 5.2 is the diameter of the inner circle, so if we divide that by 2, we know the radius of the inner circle is 2 6/10. So if you add 2 6/10 plus 2 4/10, you end up with 5. So we have pi times our radius, which is 5 squared. 5 squared is 25. And we multiply that by pi. The area of our whole figure is 78 54 meters squared. So now let's find the area of the hot tub. So in here is our hot tub. We already knew the diameter was 5 2/10, and we discovered, well, half of that, which is our radius, is 2 6/10. So if we rewrite, we have area equals pi times 2 6/10 squared. Well, 2 6/10 squared is 6 76/100 times by pi. So if we multiply that by pi, we get 21 24 meters squared. So since we only want to know the area of the deck, we need to take the area of the whole circle and subtract the area of the hot tub. So 78 54/100 minus 21 24/100, which leaves us with 57 3/10 meters squared. So this is the area of just the deck. So let's look at how we can find the area of a sector. So remember, the area of a sector is part of our circle. So if we're looking at this right here is our sector. And we find that by taking the measure of our arc and dividing by 360 degrees, and then multiplying by pi times our radius squared. So we need to find the area of the sector, so that means we are using the formula divided by 360 times by pi radius squared. So looking at this figure, we know the radius of our circle is 8 inches. So I already know my radius is 8 inches, and the measure of our angle from A to B is 130 degrees. So we have 130 divided by 360 times by pi r squared. So first thing, 8 squared is 64. 130 divided by 360 is 36/100 times by 64 pi. And since this doesn't say in terms of pi, I'm going to take my 36/100 and multiply it by 64 pi. So we have our answer. The area of our sector is 72 3/8 inches squared.